Now, this is my kind of plane path. I'm sorry.
I'm drawing a circle.
Yes, I see it.
I'm drawing a circle
and
with
our
my
observers
finger.
have it in view now. There, I'm not going to mention it. I don't want to spoil it. But it's so unlikely. It's unbelievable. But I think it's like one in like a couple thousand games that it ends on those islands.
Coming into, I mean, in this break, you and I both kind of concluded that regardless of who wins the tournament, regardless of how close it's going to be, with obviously 99.9% of the fans being Thai fans, we won't get a more hype excitement than that win we just witnessed. Having said that, should this next circle go to a certain place, I like to think that we might get an equal amount of excitement.
Then I hope all the fans just understand how unbelievably ridiculous the game is going to be. I mean, the only way we're going to get it any better is if Thailand just starts popping off and winning, you know, 3 or 4 games over the course of the next 6. So we'll see if they can get it done. But look at their drop here early. I mean, Nurens is way out there, and I think Thailand is maybe suspecting that this might be a prison island or something.
Could be the thing. They have spread the southern side before. Is Finland committing into Battle Del Mar? Seems like they are. Usually Finland would just hop down, take cars, and move out, but they caught Thailand in the spread. They say, you know what, if they're not all committing to this, we will punish them for doing so. And smart decision-making by Escalucia and Belmont to read that mid-air, say, whoa, these guys are closer to Val Del Mar than what they would usually be. Let's leave out. Now, in the meantime, Dodge and weave, Indonesia in trouble.
Oh, he only takes half. Okay, he's got an opportunity. RDK trying to get away.
Oh!
At the last moment, he sidesteps him with PhD from afar with the Car 98. Gonna get the knock, and here comes the punch finish from Haven.
Hate to see it.
Oh.
You know what? I'm not done looting yet, buddy. Let's go for a ride.
Well, you know, this is the players honestly don't mind this, by the way.
He picks up.
Yeah, just, you know, end it.
Wow.
Pick up, but this is actually safer for Haven. You could sit here and say that's BM. No, it's actually pretty safe, but just in case. Just in case.
But it was pretty BM.
Okay, but yeah. I mean,
I'm all for it, though. I'm all for it. If there's there's many ways of BMing in esports. This one right here, especially, I mean, you heard the crowd in that game, but while they were sitting there, not really being able to farm anything, because obviously, I mean, as long as the hills are in, no one's going to play the valley. The center part of that, sure, you have mounted up there that has everything too.
I mean, we could hope for the Luciones finish, right? Like,
is that something we hope for, though, or is that something we fear? I like to think you and Matchroom, you and Matchroom are very similar.
Matchroom and I do have kind of
embracing the chaos.
The same temperament when it comes to this. Yes, this is true. Oh, Shrimsy's driving up here on Duckmai, and Duckmai is just going to peace out. I mean, I don't think he feels like he has good cover. He's got Xiao Lu up there from China as well. Shrimsy, some parting shots. Not going to be able to connect with enough.
Not going to get anything in there. Vietnam, again, I mean, they like their spreads early on. It has come to cost them on multiple occasions, so fortunately, MCOT able to get out of this one up towards Sapo, but Sapo has just been met by a headshot, now a nade to follow. Martinson is nearby, and I think Vietnam is now realizing, wait, people are coming up towards Los Leones a lot faster than what we thought they were going to do.
I think a lot of teams are trying to get to the Los Leones edge, and oh, by the way, look over there on the right-hand side. God, no. Happy birthday to Canada's Shin Boy. I believe he's turning a robust 14 today. No, I'm just kidding. He's much older than that.
Wow.
That's a compliment. He's a young-looking lad.
I mean, I'm still getting used to seeing adults be born past the year 2000.
It is hard to understand. He's 20, right? We can tell from this age. I'm clearly joking.
Math.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, happy birthday to him, and what a way to celebrate it, you know, playing in one of the biggest esports tournaments of the year.
Exactly, what a way to say it indeed. So if we could close today out with a Canadian win, well deserved.
That'd be pretty special, actually.
Well deserved. In the meantime, we saw Indonesia and Germany run into one another earlier on. Let's see that flush. Is it the flush of the earlier on?
No, it's the hit. He got the knock, right?
The knock from there.
That's a great shot.
Let's see, already 2 knocks with bolts. He had the first one on RDK, tried to make his run away from there, and now kneel down as well. Fortunate, he does get back on his feet, but Brazil right next door.
I mean, that's just a great opportunity. You know, it's success is opportunity meets luck, right?
Yes.
And that's a perfect example of it. He gets the Car 98, he gets the 4X, he's got RDK out in the open. Everything just falls his way.
Brazil is a team. I was just going to say Brazil is a team that when they see an opponent they don't necessarily fear, they will aggressively push, but Indonesia has a response. Back to back for Teddy here as 2 for Brazil for Escalucia. In the meantime, finds Soccer as well as the crowd cheers once more.
Yeah, there's a kill off screen here, but Niles in trouble. That building, very dangerous, but the grenade doesn't get in, so that's going to be him able to get the res off. Teddy's going to try to push onto this knock, see if he can get some damage done. Stuns are going to come in. LFP around the corner, though. Oh, Niles just able to get behind the door.
Gets a cover, dodging and weaving, and somehow hasn't taken any damage from this. LFP is pushing in, I was just going to say, with 7 bullets, finally. Does get the reload on through Teddy again! Making it look easy. 3rd down for him against Brazil. Just LFP left alive.
I love the Korean commentators are right by us. They're almost, Teddy! I love it, because Teddy's really popping off. And, oh, Teddy, though, I say that, and LFP's got him. LFP's got 2! The grenade was in Teddy's hand, but Kid X there to save the day. And Indonesia able to win the fight, but it is a costly one.
And if there are teams looking at the leaderboard right now saying, wait, did Brazil just get out 16th place? Sure, they got a couple of kills, but they're looking for it. In the meantime, another team looking towards this fight here, what was a fight before, is Thailand. Norin scoping on forward, seeing what he can find.
And this is really interesting. Xenox pointed this out to me backstage that right now there's 3 APAC teams in the top 8. You've got Thailand, you've got Vietnam, and you got Australia. I mean, so the APAC region really coming out here to play. And Nurin's, see if he wants to go for the shots, but Korea's they're moving down into this too, but this is a 2-2 split for Korea. They're not really in a position to fight. I think this is meant to be a information gathering session, and somehow they've run into this fight. They surely had to have heard it.
Couldn't have put it any better myself. I don't think Korea is expecting any threat towards them, but as I say that, shots do come up towards the north from Neo. The issue being on the other side, now he knows Korea is north, but he has no clue Thailand is this close from the south.
I'm just laughing at Nurin's just coming into this. I mean, he wants this so, I mean, you can feel that the adrenaline and the momentum is here for Thailand, and they want to try to take advantage of it. But, you know, Nurin's can't find an opening. He hasn't found kind of a misstep from Indonesia, and not an intentional one, of course. They have no idea Nurin's is here.
And one thing is that you want the kills. One thing is that you want to go aggressive, but you got to always have a chain on this one. You cannot just full speed, so this is a dangerous circle. We'll get back to that in a second. I love the fact that Norwich doesn't overcommit. He knows that he's alone. Escalucia is the one the closest, and he's over 100 meters away. If he pushes into this, and there's, like, for starters, no clue where they are. Secondly, that building in particular with those stairs up the middle, even one person can kill 4. We've seen it happen. They're terrible to push those buildings. So good to see him not get too excited with the crowd and make the push, but make the smart play, stay back.
Yeah, exactly. And he even saw Korea coming in there as well. And I'm sure he's not exactly sure what the situation is on the other side of that hill, if they're still kind of close. But now he's going to maybe have an opportunity.
Nice.
Yeah, here he goes. Waits for the opening. Oh, he's got it. Great sprayed out from Nurin's, and the flush will be surely here.
The communication from Thailand to set it up perfectly executed. Belmoth, Yanko, could you make some noise with your car so it's to the right? Because we know those Indonesian players are going to want to look for a quick and easy kill. Nurin's ready and waiting, finds it, cleans up. Solid play. Very good communicated by Thailand.
And now they're maneuvering their pieces to get ahead of the last player here. Meanwhile, Germany trying to do a little bit of a gatekeep here onto Chinese Taipei, and somehow, some way, Yan Li turns on that and gets the headshot. Meanwhile, more members of Germany are falling here in the mine shafts. What is happening?
It's Germany ready and waiting. It's the German setup here, but somehow they're the ones getting called out. Leo pushes in, takes down Asal. Micah on the top, saw 3 opponents, opted not to shoot, goes down because of it, and now Payne's by himself very early on. That is not the outcome I saw when I saw those Taipei players make the push down the south side.
Oh, I thought they had at least 1 or 2 dead to rights there. I mean, I thought Germany was going to rake in a few easy points, maybe get a little bit of confidence. Instead, it's the exact opposite that happens.
Exactly. Now as things slow down just for a second, let's go back to the circle real quick. Because again, only phase 2, we can go anywhere on the map, but we've just shifted up in the direction of Los Leones. And now, Los Leones, we say people don't want to play cities, but already now is when you've got to start considering. This Los Leones plays such a big part of what is the current circle, that the odds of this being in to some extent is pretty much bigger than none. So already now, you're starting to think, should we actually maybe, at least just on the edge of the city, go in and play? And you can see teams have already kind of set up shop around the edge of the city itself.
Yeah, the circle's more likely than not to either go northwest or southwest, right? Like it can't really go east unless it stays. Unless it stays in Los Leones. So if you're gonna go into Los Leones, like for example Japan is doing, you might as well just grab some of the most powerful dead center spots, because if a circle ends in Los Leones, there's really a couple spots that it really likes to go kind of around that soccer field. and a few other spots, but that's one of them.
If the circle goes Los Leones, that's when you flip the coin and just get, so circle cuts out there. Could you please just end on our build?
Yes,
because
please.
If not, then we need a couple of sawed-offs and some luck going our way in order to win this.
It happens from time to time, but yeah, I mean, it is weird and wild if it goes into Los Leones. So we'll get to it if it happens, but it should be pretty obvious by the next circle if it's even going to be possible.
Yes, we need a very hard shift towards the east in order for that to even almost be possible. 15 seconds away is the next circle. In the meantime, teams still playing very spread out. China with Ike slip far down south. We're seeing the circle here as well. Thailand now spreading out. Again, Thailand, they've been playing as a bunch, but because the confidence is starting to come in, they're spreading out. They're getting more control. The wider you are, the quicker you can react to things. Circle!
We're going
We are going into the city.
We're going into the city. We're actually going in.
This has to shift north.
It has to shift
northwest. We are going
go.
into Los Leones for the final game of the day. What better way to finish off what has already been an extremely chaotic day?
I mean, Japan and Argentina just coming up aces here. Everything went going their way on this one. Meanwhile, teams like Korea, Finland, Turkey, Canada, Australia, everybody has to cross other teams' paths to get into the city.
Sitting tight, waiting for the Korean players to come on through, but Thailand is ready and waiting. They got players on both sides, but will they be able to find damage? So far, Korea has made their way on through. Damage has been done, but barely any, as I say that. Headshot connected towards Seoul, but seems to me like somehow Korea will get out of here without any casualties at all.
Oh my god, how?
He hits it, but survives anyway.
He has 1 HP. I was going to say, he literally has 1 HP. There's no way he has anything left. Yeah, it hit him in the shoulder. I mean, that's scary with that angle, you know, just opening up there into the driver's seat. Now they're going to be able to load up and make a further push, but man, Korea's lucky to get through that.
It's so amazing sitting next to the Korean casters, but also having the Thai audience in the background, like both of the sides of that one. You can see already, DMR snap. We're not going to use them at all this game. Let's just get some shotguns in there and get ready for watch. The campaigns finds one, falls down in return. Nice double peak from Argentina. Germany once again struggling to find success.
Yeah, hook, line, and sinker there for Fischer as he's going to get the kill on to Germany. Meanwhile, Vietnam, like I was talking about, Australia, UK, everybody's got to make their moves, and they want to get as deep into the city as they can, because so the weird thing about this is, like, the area all around Los Leones is sort of unplayable. Parts of it are, like, borderline, but definitely the east and, like, the north are, like, unplayable terrain.
I'm looking down towards the southwest now, where Finland is slowly making their way on in. Is there a situation? Oh,
it can
the
hardship.
timing, Seoul.
Yeah, it could hardship southwest.
It probably could, but now Seoul sitting, thinking he's safe behind the wall, going, I'm going to drink an energy drink here. Spots Mexi literally cross the road right in front of him, has to back off. And Turkey as well, making their way ever so much closer to Korea.
I don't want to be... Don't want to be drinking energy drinks out in the open anywhere in this city right now. I mean, there's just too many angles, so many that you have to worry about. You can see Smash knows that Korea's in here, and he's looking to try to capitalize. Oh, now, nope, Loki saw him. Loki definitely saw him. Meanwhile, off screen, Leo is going to get a knock onto Belmoth. Smash, again, trying to push further center. He's got Argentina up in front of him, I believe, in the next building. Well, Silza just shuts it down.
And there's a city ending for you see a team in one building go, okay, let's isolate that angle so we can cross into the building. Oh, wait, never mind, the building we're trying to cross into also has opponents.
It's so tough. And those smokes right away reveal your location, and it's going to reveal your intentions. And Silzen's such a wily veteran. He right away. He's just ready for it.
Exactly. How rude are you going to be, Mr. Circle? That rude.
Yep, we knew.
That. The crowd. Oh, they're feeling it. They're feeling it with us, with the players, but they are in for a treat. That being, of course, if they are into chaos, because that is what we're going to see. What we're also going to see, though, is probably a very quiet next circle and a half. But whenever teams are going to be forced to make those moves, that's when all kinds of hell is going to break loose.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to see some of these teams and players trying to inch as far forward as they comfortably can until they're forced out. And you're absolutely right, Toby. These ones tend to get a little slow in the middle of all of this until everything just collapses all at once and everybody's fighting. Now, Thailand here has a really difficult, maneuver to make. I mean, trying to get into this from the south side of this city is so challenging.
Belmont was up towards the north trying to help out as well, but when Janko and Norris, I believe it was, went down, he had to go down, get the rest on up, and then now only are they starting to make their way on up. Issue is, by spending that time down south, it is allowed for Finland to move in front of them, and it is allowed for Taipei to get up on the hillside. So as you're saying correctly so, Favorite Thin, Thailand has a run to make. Now, they are very close to the circle, but they could have been much further in a much more comfortable position than where they currently are.
Yeah, I mean, it's a stress test that you have ahead of you in terms of just, okay, well, now there's another team in front of you. That's just another layer that you have to blast your way through to try to get into this game. Meanwhile, if this works, I'll be amazed. If I mean, the funny part, are they gonna try to fight this? Okay, the funny part is the monastery is like open, and they're actually gonna be able to get in there. So this is gonna be okay for them. Maybe just barely. Leo took a whole bunch of damage. He's able to get inside though.
Oh, Yanli, you're stopping that car so far away from the safety of the wall. Fortunately, with the buff to getting not down in time. Had we been on the old patch, he would have been down and out.
Yeah, he just barely able to get in there. And now Thailand, you know, they heard those shots. They're using this opportunity to try to cross. It's going to be dangerous no matter what, so I guess better now than never as they need to kind of make this push because this street is going to be likely out of the next circle.
I am loving this no fear Thailand. I mean, we've seen it in the past. We've seen them on their respective teams all play aggressive, but it's as if they needed something to kind of get a little bit of a kick to start off this tournament. Many teams did. Japan started off slow. They went aggressive. Thailand did the same thing. They just pulled off a 17-kill win. And now, it's the energy. It's the momentum going their way. And some of these teams that have been quiet, and some of these teams, honestly, that has been spoon-feeding the now top teams with kills previously, they are posing a much bigger threat coming into the final day than what they did the first 2 days.
Well, and this is, Belmont's going to get knocked here. High Diggory out in the open, has to drop down beneath the cliff. Can Neurons get to him? I'm like, does he have the neurons to finish this? Does he have the smarts? But I think second knock Belmoth is going to be resable just in time by Neurons.
Okay.
But look, I want to talk about this Thailand team very, very briefly while the next circle does pop. Yeah, we're just going to center up on Los Leones. No surprises there. This is a different Thai team than a lot we've seen in the past. They're not as wild as, a Buriram or something like that. You've got, Neurons from a very disciplined day trade team compared to most in their region. You've got Escaluzia, who's been around since day one of PUBG esports. I mean, I was casting Escaluzia back in the Africa TV PUBG League in 2018. The guy is just an absolute genius when it comes to, working inside of this game, being able to find ways to, play, have that longevity of a career.
Well, Finland on the edge now, all inside the circle as they back off from the building. Mixi, again, we're seeing so many of these 1 HP survivals. Taipei trying to help out Thailand at least a little bit, and technically they're doing so and forcing them back, but Thailand know that they have to take a fight. Jankov currently all alone up front, fighting both Taipei and now Finland as well at the same time.
Well, this is going to be a meat grinder very, very soon. Thailand still has some work to do to get in. I don't know what they're going to be able to do going forward. I mean, they're going to have to fight their way through Finland. There aren't many other options. It's going to be hard to sneak around the side of Finland. And look at that. Even Corexi's trying to make sure that they can't.
I was just going to say, I think Corexi actually fell down. So if they fight up front now, Corexi might wrap around, but if they fight up front now, they are going to be 3 up. Finland does not have Corexi right now to help out because he is currently down the rock side towards the west.
I thought maybe that might have been a maneuver to try to cut off a possible down and under rotation by the Thai team, but it looks like Thailand is just going to try to brute force their way through. This is going to require a ton of utility. The Rainbow Grenade looks pretty decent, does a lot of damage, doesn't find a knock.
But no cigar, Escaluzia, a lot of utility being used. The utility they're most definitely going to need later down the line if they survive this. Taipei looking this direction too, but here they come. Yango finds 1, Yango finds 2, Diggory 1 in return. Diggory finds the double as well. Damage being done, but again, Corexi ain't here to help. Belmoth able to finish off people, but damage being done on both sides. Corexi, Diggory still on their feet. Flush is coming through now. Thailand in trouble, but they found 2.
I mean, this is not too bad right now. There's a grenade from Mao Rush from afar. I mean, eventually Chinese Taipei was going to find some way to get into this fight. Even with the smokes there, they're going to be going for the res. And look, Thailand doing a decent job of even picking up a couple, and it's going to be the finish by Yan Li with that grenade. Now you've got really weak members. Meanwhile, Korea trying to make their push onto Turkey.
Korea already inside the circle in a somewhat decent position, but they want more. 0 kills for them so far. Quetpa ready and waiting, but he's going up against the shotgun. Logan saying, is anyone home? Yep, someone's home. And let me just leave again now. We hear the crowd. Again, doesn't matter if they win, doesn't matter if they go 16th. The crowd is there to support the home team.
It's been a phenomenal day for Team Thailand, and the crowd showing their respect for it, and you love to see it. Circle going to go somewhere inside of this city. Literally can go anywhere. All right, we're just going to keep centering up. I'm telling you, Japan, like, just had the divining rod out. And there's something about this Japanese team inside of these cities that they just have such a good sense and presence of how to not only, like, get inside early and kind of figure them out, but they're such a tenacious up-close and personal teams.
Loki met by the barrel of Quetpa, forced to back off, instantly swaps over to the heels. Now Argentina, though, here to join the fight. Soul first one to fall, and Onyx falls down to Lyron as well. 2 left on their feet, 0 kills for Korea. It's not been the best day for them, but let's see if they can get something more for this one.
Well, this is a tough one now for Korea, who doesn't have many other options. They can't really rotate up to their north. It's extremely wide open as you go towards the soccer field, so you're under the purview of a lot of different teams. Meanwhile, Quetpa trying to put some grenades out in front of him to do some more damage. That one is going to catch Soul. Loki able to avoid the damage himself, but Korea just taking knock after knock.
Trying to maneuver their way further forward, but in the meantime, up towards the north, we got UK and Australia fighting. Our focus has been on the southern side for the last 10 minutes, but now the northern teams are fighting too, and Onyx does find one. UK in trouble, as well as Vietnam and Australia battle them hand to hand.
Oh, good maneuvering here by Turkey to avoid that grenade. That one could have been devastating. Australia hot and heavy here. Just Flood and Monty still on their feet. This one's going to get wild, folks. Buckle up, because there's going to be a lot going on in the kill feed. There's going to be some flushes. Vietnam has a pretty good spot there, but they're a bit spread out, so they're going to have to rely on some individual star plays to lock this down, and Japan helping out clear out some of the bottom side of the circle.
Observers, good luck, have fun. This is indeed, as you say, Faber, going to get intense. Turkey fall in 11th. Flood trying to see what more he can find as Tickleton gets taken out as well. Taipei wanting to cross over here. They had a play on the other side, Leo, but he fell down. Rush is inside, though, so smokes deployed. Let's see if they can make the crossing.
Yeah, meanwhile, Korea has been able to kind of recover. Still have all 4 up somehow after suffering at least 3 knocks that I remember. Kane's holding this angle around the wall, but I think for now, Korea can just kind of bunker down, wait this out, see if they can get a little bit of circle luck to come their way.
Holding the angle. They know they're here. I mean, they've heard the footsteps. They're sitting ready and waiting, hoping that this next circle is going to force them to cross on over. Flood, again, these 1 HP survivals just exactly gets away from there. The bounce off the nade. Oh, close. Second one gets him. Glories. 9 billion IQ math to bounce that one off the back wall. Finds it. MCUT goes down in return, though, to an 8 from Fex.
Yeah, now Fex trying to find the follow-up inside of the window. It's going to be launched. I don't know if it can get close enough. It's been enough time that you could probably crawl away into the hallway and go for the res. Indeed, that's what's happening here with Sapao.
Let's look at this circle. Draw a line down the middle, east to west. We have 9 teams alive. China has half the circle. Yeah. China has the entire west because that south side field is unplayable, and China gets it their way too. Now, in circles like these, that is by no means a gifted win, because it will get up close, it will get chaotic. But wow, no one able to play the West at all.
You're absolutely right. It's really hard to judge how this one's going to likely play out just based on the fact that, again, it's a city circle and there's a major crossroads in the middle of this. You still got the monastery with nobody in it because they left. Korea trying to make the cross, but Isaki has such a good high angle on top of this. Loki knock trying to crawl through, grenades flashing around him. Isaki backed off with some shots, so Korea here, I don't know if they can get to Loki. This is going to be really tough.
Smart decision making by Hasan Masaki to not overpeak that one, because he's alone. I mean, they're in a 1-3 split essentially right now, and if he goes down, there's no way he's going to get back up on his feet. So Vietnam bagging off for just a second. Well, let's see what happens. Argentina, in the meantime, now realizing that they have got Taipei pushing up towards them. Fex finds Sao with the shotgun, peeks out, gets the flush as well.
Yeah, and now you're going to see some of these shotguns that teams have been scrambling to find on the inside of the city start to really pay off. They're really dangerous in this. Hisaki, I mean, this is, Korea fans remember, you know, Pio has done some magnificent things from up on this spot. Let's see if Hisaki can mimic it.
Well, at least he can get all the info, that's for sure. There's a team there, there's a team there, there's a team there, there's a team there. And these players go, sure, but we need your help down here right now because they're getting taken out by the second. United Kingdom continuing to push forward. Xiao Lu finds Kickstart on the other side as USA tries to cross the road.
You just got to farm kills, bro. That's all this is about. City circles, just farm the kills. Let's see if he can pick up any more as USA scrambling to get across the road. Already 1 knocked, almost 2. Isaki gets vision onto H-Win, but he's actually going to get the knock there. The follow-up. Lots of points coming into Haisaki's hands.
USA thought they were in a 4v4 with China, but they're in a 4v4 because Haisaki is doing all the damage from above, making it easy. Finds two. Xiaolu there to help out as well as USA falls in 9.
I really like what Vietnam's doing in this. Mao Rush just going to push through the fire, and he's going to get the knock through the fire and the flames. Mao Rush is able to get Sills in. Argentina doing a good job here. Even though they do go down, they're able to get a few extra points.
Yep, solo player now looking life-saving. Private Haisaki. It's going to be a tall order for him to get out of here alive. Whoop. Nate, underhand all the way down to the bottom. Will he find Vex? Yes, he will! Underhand, no vision. Still gets it. United Kingdom out in 7th.
Yeah, there's no parachutes in this mode, so good luck coming out from that one, Haisaki. And again, I'm totally fine with what Vietnam did with this because these city finishes are just too chaotic. You might as well just go for the kills, go for the points that you can, and try to see if you can crawl back. I mean, Brazil and UK already out of this, so a lot of the teams below them looking to gain some more ground.
No sender to take here at all. At least not the way it looks like now, and especially not as long as Haisaki is still alive. He can see everyone. Every single time people try and peek outside, Haisaki is up on the roof. Issue being now he's already dropped his DMR, and he's down to just 15 spare bullets. You can see Adam down below looking up towards the top. Again, wanted a Canadian win. That is Shinboy's birthday after all, but they cannot make a move before they know that the uphill, or up-house spread, I should say, is dealt with.
What if you, like, throw your backpack underneath you while you're dropping? Will that, like, counteract the momentum? No, of course not. Japan is the top of this building above Korea. Korea's just been kind of sneakily getting in and in, and they're kind of letting all the teams in front of them fight while they just backfill.
I don't exactly what happened there. The rest, he is crawling backwards, so hopefully
just shooting at
the
Haisaki.
rest is going to be coming through in a second. Haisaki trying to stay put as well, but the shots that you can see are coming through. He's trying to block the bullets, but it's not really going to happen. Kane, in the meantime, finds Loki, and Haisaki actually will be able to take down Icecliff. So China, who has not really been seeing a threat until America came across before, lose one off of an unfortunate error made by me.
Yeah, now Loki should be able to be rezzed. He was able to get around the corner just in time before the grenade came down. Soul going to be holding the angle. Kane threw that fire just to buy a little bit of time for himself. This could be a really sneaky maneuver. He's going to come down around the backside. Is Green going to be ready? No. Oh, he gets a lot of damage. Didn't get the knock, though, with that shot. Soul has that double barrel.
I mean, it just takes one highlight of one player for everyone else to think it's the best gun in the world. Sort of now meta, everyone. Sort of is
if you've been watching PWS and watching Donawa, you would have known.
Exactly. So fine, Jian Li 1 fall, Xiaolu takes down Mao Rush, as well as Taipei continue to struggle. They were the first team to make the crossing on over, and now it might prove that it doesn't pay off. Good nade from Polly. Takes out Chinese Taipei.
All right, now we know where the center of the circle is going to go. It's going to be a matter of them getting there. Keenan trying to put some damage into China. Meanwhile, Kane still an absolute nuisance with this pump shotgun against Korea. And Onyx going to try to pre-cook a grenade out the window. Oops-a-daisies. That one didn't go where he wanted it. Kane, that's going to be the opportunity for him to throw one of his own, but the blue right at his back. He's trying to push out. Isn't going to go for the fight.
Not sure exactly what's happening right now, but we're trying to see what's going on the other side. China pushing on over the street, want to get the kills. They do manage to take out Canada as they fall in 4th. Kane still alive, trying to stay put. Polly falls as Japan is down to just 2.
Soul, again, the last one alive for Korea, trying to hold it down. A good flash here from Zhao Pian. He's going to push up. He's going up the stairs. He didn't see him. He did see Soul. Soul's going to react just in time, just barely to get the kill. Finds another point.
Korea finds one. This one has gotten China written all over it, though. Soul tries to stay alive. Not going to happen. Flash comes through. Xiaolu finds one. This is a shotgun battle till the end. Ming Ming finds one as well as Runa falls down. 2v1. King, do you have what it takes to bring this one home?
He's just going to be able to get behind that wall, but Xiaolu drops down, has him hit twice, has to reload. Kane has the opportunity. He's got him. It's a 1v1, but it's going to be Kane for Japan.
What? The double! The Assassin's Creed attempt from above does not work. Misses the shots, and Japan comes out victorious.
I can't believe it.
What?
What an
ending.
ending.
We just witnessed?
What an ending.